No.
Oh, I'm told Jake is here.
Yeah, Jake's here.
All right,
Yeah.
Jake LaRavia.
Hello.
Newest member of the Lakers joining us here now. Jake, thanks for taking the time, man. I know you're fresh off the press conference a moment ago. I'll ask you a similar question that I started with DeAndre. Just, what did it boil down to in regards to your free agency that you decided on the Lakers?
For me, it was just fit. Like, what team did I see I would best fit on, and what team, do I see myself as a player growing to my full potential? And obviously, you don't got to say too much about the Lakers. They're a fantastic organization. They have all the opportunities and all the, things that you need in order to get that done. So, and the plus of, having players like LeBron and Luka here is super cool. So I'm, being able to play alongside them, complement them, and, all that kind of led into my decision to choose here.
And Jake, what do you think? And again, without having gone deep necessarily, here's your first day here, but what do you think your role on this team will eventually be?
I think I'll be like a 3-and-D type player, taking on the tough matchups every night, guarding, opposite team's best player, whatever, and these, backdoor cut and getting passes from Luka, all that. Like, I see myself complimenting, the best players on this team very well.
Jake, let me ask you about your time in Memphis. I know that a couple years ago, that team obviously had an insane amount of injuries, and a lot of young guys, including yourself, got opportunities to play in that stretch of time. How did that particular time help you kind of round out your game?
Yeah, it was good, especially because I wasn't getting a lot of opportunity kind of before that. So that kind of allowed me to get, those NBA minutes against, the actual rotation players on the other team and being able to grow my confidence and all that. So it helped me grow as a player and kind of learn the game even more, because that was like really the first time where I was getting those consistent rotational minutes. And I was hooping. Like, there's really no way else to put it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Taylor Jenkins, I think, obviously was a very tough spot because you guys lost everybody. I felt like he seemed to me in my time around him as somebody who was really open to just making sure guys felt comfortable in whatever roles it was they had. How would you kind of describe his style when you played for him?
Yeah, Taylor was a very good coach. He was when you talk about being hyper focused to every aspect of the game, that was him. He's very X's and O's. He knows so much about the game. He's very high IQ, and he wants to see you succeed as a player. And so when I got put in that position, he kind of just let me rock out.
Hey, Jake, real couple of quickies here for you. First of all, how old are you?
23.
Gotcha. And where are you from originally? Went to Wake Forest, right? But where are you from originally?
Indiana.
Okay.
Indianapolis.
Gotcha. And I was following you on Instagram, so maybe I should say congratulations. Did you recently get engaged?
Yeah. That was the first on my to-do list for this offseason.
Nice. That's a good thing to get off the checklist, I would say.
Can I hear a little bit more about this? Is this a high school sweetheart? Is this somebody you met at Wake?
Nah, so we had actually met during my pre-draft process. I went to go work out for the Raptors, and she's actually from Toronto. So we were on the same flight out there, and we didn't talk or anything like that, but I ended up seeing her the next day around downtown. I was just walking around. She ran up to me and kind of was like, you was on my flight, whatever. And she was doing a work scavenger hunt. So I had to take a picture with her and her team. And then she had ended up seeing my name on my travel bag that I had. So she had DM'd me later that night, and the rest is history. Been together for 3 years now, got engaged, and we'll get married here soon.
Hey.
I love that she slid into your DMs like, hey, what's up? Remember me from the flight? I love that
Right.
story.
What is your fiance's name? Let me know her name.
Tasia.
Okay, because that's a great story. She aggressively pursued you. She's kind of like the Lakers.
There you go.
Have you had any conversations? I know we talked about Taylor a second ago. Have you had any chance to chat with JJ about your role specifically or whatnot?
Yeah, when I had initially signed, I was able to chat with him briefly. But I'll definitely be seeing him more. I'll go out to Vegas and, see him and the rest of the coaching staff out there and really be able to chop it up with them, kind of more about that, the role things and all the, different schemes that they have, because I know he's a very detail-oriented, high IQ type coach. So I'm excited to get in the gym with him.
Jake, have you heard from LeBron or Luka?
Nope, I have not, but I'm excited to when I get the chance.
How do you kind of envision you playing with those guys?
I think they'll just make my life easier, and I think like vice versa. I think it'll just be a lot of complimenting each other. They have a lot of court, all the defense is looking at them. So it makes my life easier as far as being able to just hit open shots or, getting easy backdoor cuts or anything like that. And then I help them out by doing all the little things on the court, making, all the hustle plays and taking on those defensive matchups and everything like that.
Who was your vet at any of your stops? Like, who was the guy that took you under his wing?
Memphis was so young. We didn't
right.
Like, who was my rookie year? Like Desmond Bain was only in his third year, I think, my rookie year. But I would say he was the one that kind of like was the vet for me, because he was the one that I was always asking questions to about stuff, just because he was about the right things. And then when I was with Sacramento, obviously we had a lot more. We had DeMar, Zach LaVine, Jay Crowder. So I was kind of able to ask all them a bunch of different things and learn things from them as well.
What's the best advice you've gotten from any of those guys? Could be on or off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, the main questions that I ask people are like what the off court routines are that have helped, that they feel have helped them be in the league as long as they have. And the biggest things they say is like diet, yoga, getting a massage like literally every other day, stuff like that. Because my biggest thing is I want to be in the league a long time, and I want to be making an impact for a long time. So that's what I want to learn. Like, how are you taking care of your body?
As a kid from Indianapolis who's now just coming out to L.A., is there anything that you perceive about Los Angeles, or perhaps things you want to do while you're in Los Angeles that you've heard about?
Get some sun. That's about it. I'm excited to have good weather pretty much year round. So
you'll get that, bro. Don't worry about that. It's good to have you, man. Congratulations on the success, the new deal, and
your engagement.
And your engagement, and welcome to LA. We'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, appreciate y'all.
All right, man. See you. There he is, Jake LaRavia.
He's unbelievable. We now interview kids that are younger than my kids. That is crazy. 23 years old. By the way, give it up to the fiance.
That's bold move.
She sees him on the plane. He stands out like a sore thumb because he's tall.
Right.
Then she randomly runs into him on the streets of Toronto the next day and then slides into the DMs.
Yeah.
That's aggressive and impressive.
It is. I would agree.
I got a lot of that happening in my life myself.
We got a break now, right? We got to double up.